Saludos, respected viewers. I'm George from Ireland, here in front of Sagrada Familia, a cathedral in Barcelona, Spain. So this is the iconic site of Barcelona, and indeed one of the most celebrated sites in the whole of Spain. So it means Holy Family, the name of this cathedral. And it's zany and it's unique and it's worth seeing inside. They're very pricey. Make sure you buy your tickets early, ideally online. They regularly sell out. They start from about 17 euros. It depends what you want, because certain tickets will entitle you to go to different areas of the cathedral. For 17 euros, you're not going to see the whole of it, like go up the spire. So it seems like a madman's design, and it was designed by Gaudi, who was a Catalan. He was born in 1852, and he's just renowned as an architect. And there are many other buildings here in Barcelona of his style, all a bit different. He's not into straight lines, into curves and divots and things like that, and lots of exterior decoration. So he's very innovative. He's certainly not dull. Apart from that, the city, well, it's got various architectural styles, but often quite tidy in the center. It seems more like a French city than a Spanish city in terms of architecture. Okay, we're closer to France, and the Catalans were a distinctive type of Spaniard. Some Catalans would say they're not Spanish at all. Anyhow, so Gaudi never lived to see it completed. He was knocked down and killed by a tram in 1926. At that stage, the cathedral was only a quarter complete. So it's, I'm trying to remember, 90 meters long, 50 meters wide, supposed to be 170 meters high at the spire. When it's finished, it still hasn't been completed. If you look closely, you will see some cranes way up high, because they're still working on it. They're projected to finish La Sagrada Familia finally in 1926 on the centenary of his death. The 2026. The Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 39, interrupted the building of the cathedral, and we're lucky that the communist authorities didn't demolish it, didn't blow it up. They used to do that sort of thing in other countries like the Soviet Union and Romania, because they were anti-Christian. Anyway, construction recommenced in the 1950s. The Franco government was persuaded this was really a Catholic endeavor and not a Catalan endeavor, because they very much discouraged Catalan nationalism. So, yeah. Anyway, well worth going in. When you see closer, you can see a lot of the little statues on the outside, statues of all kinds, relief statues, things put into the stonework with a metal or concrete. They have used concrete quite a lot. And it's a blend of all sorts of different styles. Look like the dovecots there. It owes something to Moorish, North African influence. And it's got various Latin words on the outside. It's got Sanctus, 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 as in holy, holy, holy in Latin. It says gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and things like that. And it says Jesus Christ, King of the Jews, in Latin, like Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus Nazarenus, Rex Judaeorum, and so on. Because remember, above the cross, it was written that, according to the Gospels, or often on a crucifix we'll have INRI, I-N-R-I, to stand for that. Okay, so we go a bit closer, you'll get a bit more idea what I'm talking about. But walk on either side of it. I would suggest you do a circumference of the cathedral, and it really repays the effort. And you'll see how splendid it is. You see how much detail has gone into the stonework. The handicraft is really fantastic. They don't make it like that anymore. See, the cross is way up high. It's colourful. It's a fairly pale stone, pale grey or beige. But apart from this dun or tan colour, it's not or khaki. Some of it's lighter, and inside it's gorgeous. It's brilliant. It's variegated. So there's very plentiful artwork. It makes any cathedral in the British Isles look like a barn by comparison. And then you can see some of the ante-chapels as well. It's got honor, poder, forza, those words as in honor, power, go. So it's almost like something out of a theme park. It's got shades of Neuschwanstein to it, like the Walt Disney Castle. So these sort of shapes, I'm not sure what you call them. They are not the ordinary flat or straight ones. Geometric shapes, perhaps that's it. Okay, so things are cuboids in many cases. So what I don't think the artistic movements he seemed to be a precursor to, like Cubism, Dadaism, Absurdism, things like that. And Barcelona was obviously a center for some of these artistic movements. Coming a bit closer, you can see all the names above the door. You can see images of various saints. You can see Jesus Christ, so he's faceless, right above the central door. You can see a Pietà. I can't think what else. So, obviously Latin was the language of the Catholic Church, the Second Vatican Council, 1962. But by having it in Latin, they avoid the controversy, are we going to do this in Spanish or Catalan? They both owe much to Latin. Anyway, that's enough at the moment. We've got the Omega, as in last letter of the Greek alphabet. Jesus saying, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. Got the PX, the early symbol of the early church. Symbols in some of the Gospels, as in the lion and the cow, the horse, and we've got obviously the lamb, as in Jesus is the Lamb of God. Okay, that's enough at the moment. We'll switch it off.